Jeff Fischel here in Greensboro with Nicole Auerbach from USA Today Sports, and we are following the number one seed here in Greensboro, the Virginia Cavaliers. You've spoken to Tony Bennett throughout this season. What strikes you most about what he's built in Charlottesville?
Well, I think, you're seeing a lot of guys like him. They're hardworking, everyone, all the other coaches in the ACC are talking about how selfless this team is and how hard they are to play because, you can shut down one guy, but, they're so balanced and that the defense is just so solid, and that's what's going to win them games and in the NCAA tournament and in the postseason in general. When you have a defense like that, you don't have to worry very much because you're going to control the game, you're going to control the pace, and that's what Virginia does very well.
And in a conference with Roy Williams, Mike Krzyzewski, Jim Boeheim, it seems like Tony Bennett's the one who has the demeanor, the calmness through all of that.
Well, yeah, it's very impressive what he's doing this season, and he's doing it without guys, on the all ACC first team, at least chosen by the media. We don't know as much as the coaches do, obviously, but I think I think it shows. When you are going up against great coaches on a nightly basis, how well coached his guys are, and he's got the Joe Harris and Akil Mitchell really kept this team going as guys have left and transferred, and all of these different pieces have come away and come together. Just what Tony Bennett's doing is very impressive.
What's your sense from talking to him about the relationship he has with those first two recruits, Joe Harris and Akil Mitchell?
Oh, I think he will. Him and Joe. He brought him to Virginia, right. And those guys are so important when you're building a program, that first class, and they're the ones who stayed and brought other guys in. Akil Mitchell and Anthony Gill played together in high school, and they're the guys, you build that bond, that trust, that relationship, and that just sets the tone for the rest of the team. And in that locker room today, these guys are talking about being a family and brothers and all of those things that, sound like a little bit cliche because you hear them from a lot of teams, but you hear them from the great teams where the guys really do care about each other and have each other's back.
You mentioned Gill. He's a transfer. Malcolm Brogdon also couldn't play last year because he was injured. I know Tony Bennett probably saw what he had waiting for him last year and felt like this was a good year coming.
Yeah, they were close. They were, a bubble team last year, and we were here, wondering if they could get there. But yeah, he must have been feeling good. He's got those aces in the pocket. You're just waiting, and you know that you're going to have a good team coming back next year. And you're seeing these guys. You're seeing Malcolm Brogdon come back from an injury, and Anthony Gill sit on the bench, redshirting, and that they're gonna have breakout seasons, and that they're everyone else is coming back, and they're gonna have all these pieces together. They're familiar with each other. They're in practice every day. And he must have been feeling really confident during this season.
Last thing, talk about, from your conversations with him, the relationship he had both with Bo Ryan, now the Wisconsin head coach, and his father.
Well, obviously, he has a relationship with his father, right. Yes. And you see the style of play and different tidbits about the way they run their programs and just the selflessness of their play. That's what Wisconsin, you don't think about one guy carrying the scoring load. They're very diverse, balanced teams. And I think, obviously his dad ingrained a lot within him as a coach and style of play and the defense and all of that. And I think you're seeing it all, and it's all coming, it must be a great time to be in the Bennett family, enjoying all this. And he has a sister as a coach. That is a coaching family, very basketball heavy family, and they must be enjoying this.
And with 2 more wins, we could be talking about the Virginia Cavaliers as a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. She is Nicole Auerbach from USA Today Sports. I'm Jeff Fischel on the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.